Seventh-day Adventists have something called Sabbath, which is a 24-hour period where you just forget about all the stresses in life and you focus on your friends, family, nature, and God. Adventists have claimed that this has helped de-stress them, it's helps them bond more with their community, and just gets them outside to exercise a lot more.
Hello friends, welcome to the YouTube channel. You're here with Pastor James Devallon. I just want to thank you once again for joining me. Shout out to Maya Giant Gregorio for sharing this video. I hope I said your last name right and your husband's last name right. Yes, friends, we're going to be spending some time looking at this. This is actually a very, very, very interesting video. It's been around for a while, so it's not a new one, but certainly deserves a watch if you have not seen this. I'm going to link it in the description. There is no way I'm going to react to the entire content. I want you to go check out the YouTube channel and give credit where credit is due. But we do need to have the discussion. Blue Zone. Who are the people of the Blue Zone? You should know them by now. One of them are Seventh-day Adventists. I think there were about 4 groups that are identified. We have the Icaria, Greece, the people of the Blue Zone, Okinawa, Japan, and also Nikaya, Costa Rica, the people of the Blue Zone, and also Sardinia, Italy, that's number 4, and Loma, United States. Yeah, the people of the Blue Zone. Who are these people? These are Seventh-day Adventists. And what the studies have shown, they live longer than the average individual. Why do they live longer than everybody else? It has a lot to do with their health. And I'm going to come back to these articles in a minute. But let's begin with this video. Let's watch part of that video here. The YouTuber names himself. The YouTuber's name is Will Tennyson. Great job. So he visited Loma. There's university, there's Loma hospital. There is pretty much, it's like an Adventist run city, if you will say, because it's just an amazing place. I'll be honest with you. From what I've heard in my research and studies, it's just the place to be. I myself might want to go over there and take a visit, see what things actually look like. And I think this is a model for every person who wants to take their health seriously. And if you happen to be a Seventh-day Adventist, there goes a model, there goes an example that the world is looking at and say, yeah, we can learn something from them. Anyway, friends, let's take a listen. Link in the description below. Like and subscribe to the page. Click the bell icon for more. Let's get to the video.
Blue zones are places around the world where people outlive typical life expectancy, consistently reaching 100 years old. Out of the 5 blue zones on Earth, 4 are in places which you'd probably expect: Greece, Japan, Sardinia, Costa Rica. But the 5th one is actually in America. Loma Linda, a place where your midlife crisis doesn't hit till your 70s. Apparently there are like 100-year-olds just walking around in there. Heck, maybe even running around. And they probably have better knees than me and cardio, but probably not bench press. But let's go investigate. I'm not sure if this place is gonna feel like a mythical land or a time capsule. And hopefully, us being here with the camera and stuff, doing like the social media thing is not gonna be like witchcraft to the locals, but who knows? I don't know. I'm excited. There's not a lot going on here so far.
Within a minute of entering Loma Linda, the vibe was completely different. Quiet with not much going on. It feels like a town in Pokemon, where the hospital is seemingly the biggest attraction, which is how we ended up at this cafe for breakfast.
Right away, I'm noticing the menu. It's vegetarian with vegan options, and there's no coffee on the menu. I'm questioning how much longer I have left to live, but holy, that is bizarre. It's a cafe with no coffee. It's literally all vegan and vegetarian.
You can grab your tea packet from right over there.
Okay. Oh my goodness, this is so weird for me. I have never tasted jasmine. This is new for me. It's crazy to me that people see coffee as a drug. I see it as a vitamin, like what the... It feels like I'm getting a hug from a stranger. So we've got our breakfast burrito here. Not the biggest burrito. A regrettable feature of Blue Zones is that they have a moderate caloric intake, so the portion sizes aren't really that big. And this is like a baby at Chipotle. This is like a preemie at Chipotle, you know what I mean? What the hell is stripples? What is stripples? You know what stripples are? No? Comment down below if you know what stripples are. Okay, vegan breakfast burrito taste test, here we go. Oftentimes I feel like humans have peaked, and then I try vegan food. You know what I mean? I feel like they're like the most creative species. I just feel like my mouth got dominated by sausage, and it's not real sausage.
Most people here follow a biblical diet, as a third of the 22,000 residents are Seventh-day Adventists, where their faith instructs them to treat their bodies as temples. Little or no meat and fish, notice they didn't say donuts, no smoking or alcohol, plenty of exercise, and a sense of purpose, helping them live as much as a decade longer than the rest of us.
That's crucial. You can't overlook that. That's a big piece of information. Doesn't make us any better, but for those of us who do take the biblical diet seriously, well, vegan is not really what Seventh-day Adventists were meant to be. We were meant to be base plank. You know, we were meant to follow the order that is found in the book of Genesis. But nevertheless, let's move on. It's just good piece of information. We're talking about a decades longer than the average person. But again, their minds are cleared, man. Their mental health is just, it's a whole different ball game.
Little or no meat and fish, notice they didn't say donuts, no smoking or alcohol, plenty of exercise, and a sense of purpose, helping them live as much as a decade longer than the rest of us.
They got a few verses of the Bible here. The parable of the Good Samaritan. And look at the guy in the middle. He's like looking there, he's kind of like, damn, what just happened? What did just happen? I have no idea. Breakfast was like a teaser trailer to a movie. Very hungry still, but it was super good. Starting to enjoy the tea, I'm not gonna lie. But we are heading a couple hundred meters down the road to the Loma market to see what the locals get for groceries. It's such a quiet town. Like, seems like there's like literally nothing going on here. This is the weirdest grocery store I've ever been in my life. There's no meat section in this grocery store. I think I'm the closest thing to the meat section. Excuse me, sir. Do you guys have any meat here?
Real meat?
Yeah.
Not here.
Not here?
It's vegetarian.
Oh, it's vegetarian.
Vegan and vegetarian.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem.
We try to keep you guys alive longer.
Oh, you try? Oh.
Yeah, we try.
Yeah. Are you vegan or vegetarian?
I'm Mexican. No. 70 years old. I've been eating crap for 70 years. I'm still.
He said, I'm Mexican. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, my goodness. That was a good one.
I'm Mexican. No. 70 years old. I've been eating crap for 70 years. I'm still alive.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I feel too.
Yeah.
Meat all the way.
Me.
Yeah.
You just gotta, don't worry about nothing. Don't stress.
Yeah.
I'm still friends?
Absolutely.
All right.
Give it a dab.
Yeah.
Dab it up.
Yeah,
There you go.
brother.
Yeah. What the hell is this? It looks to me like the base layer of like my hamster cage. Look at this. Sausage and taco beef. What is this? Dude, I feel like I'm at PetSmart. Let's see what the snack section's like. I'm starting to think that veganism is like a cult.
People like to call everything a cult that they don't agree with. Yeah, people call veganism a cult. Seventh-day Adventists a cult. Anything we don't agree with, if you don't stand with the normal way of doing things, if you don't fall in line with the popular view, you're a cult. It's like, no, that's not always correct. But anyway, let's move on.
Like, I'm starting to think that veganism is like a cult. Wow, it's 1,000 calories in this thing.
The interesting thing about Loma is how it's just across the freeway from one of America's fast food havens, San Bernardino, home of the world's first ever McDonald's. Many of San Bernardino's residents find themselves in food deserts, where access to healthy, fresh food is limited. Meanwhile, back in Loma, it's fast food that's scarce, with fully stocked grocery stores throughout the community.
This is the closest, this is the protein section. You got tofu, plant-based cheese, and we got the tofurkey, all that stuff. I feel like they should at least sell like protein or like meat scented candles to kind of like ease your transition if you're gonna move here.
Oh, picture of me?
Yeah. What's your name?
Regina,
Regina? Are you vegan or vegetarian?
vegetarian.
You're vegetarian? And how long have you been vegetarian for?
Most of my life.
Most of your life?
Yeah.
And do you feel a lot better being vegetarian?
I do.
Okay. What's your healthiest habit?
I do walk and I do breathing exercise also.
Oh, I love that.
Lately, I learned at this age and I'm practicing and I feel very good. The air, the oxygen in the body
Yeah.
heals the body.
Oh, you're so cute. Yeah.
Thank you.
Can I give you a hug? Yeah.
I'm glad it's not COVID.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you for the picture.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Plant-based jerky, teriyaki flavor, taste test. Smells pretty decent.
She was cute though. You could tell she's a 7th Adventist. How do you know? The way she dressed, no earrings. You know. Anyway, much more could be said. We can move on.
Smells pretty decent. That's fire. Oh my God. Usually when I have like real beef jerky, I feel kind of disgusted with myself because it seems like so processed. This is like processed, but it's like with morals. I will say the driving here is quite slow. Live fast, die young. Definitely not the motto. We've been trying to find like some sort of like a main strip with like restaurants, stores, like with foot traffic. There's literally nothing here. The entire place is like the hospital, which kind of makes sense because think about the city with like the most jacked people in the world, and the entire city is just an outdoor gym. We just typed in church on Google, and look at all these churches in my proximity. I feel like if you type church, like in LA, like an hour away, it'd like come up as like Church's Chicken. It'd like autocorrect you to Church's Chicken. Look at all these churches. Oh my God. I think that we've seen more churches than people. And I'm being serious, but we're at the Loma Linda Romanian Seventh-day Adventist Church, which is quite nice. I don't know why it's blocked off though. Huh.
All right, I'm gonna fast forward to the next part of his video where he's talking about the McDonald's that ended up very close to Loma Linda, which was a big problem. Yeah. It's crazy. My wife and I were in Washington, D.C., and there were like these food trucks. And we had an experience there. We like, never again are we ever going to buy food outside. she could tell you it was a bad experience. But anyway, outside, he's buying fruit. This is what they're selling. Fruit. That is actually a very nice one. Anyway, I'm skipping here because you got to go watch the video yourself. But I want to listen to this part of the video, and then we're going to end it.
Looks like a pretty standard McDonald's, doesn't it? However, this McDonald's has caused a lot of problems. When McDonald's came to Loma Linda, the city went under red alert, citizens urging city council not to approve its opening. It was humans versus Ronald. They were calling this place a toxic wasteland.
The town city council meeting was packed when the issue came up. You would have thought a nuclear waste dump was moving in.
Are we killing our children?
A clash of two American heavyweights, faith and fast food.
McDonald's, like, it divides families, like with the typical things like McNugget sauce debates or like quadruple bypasses, but to divide the city is pretty crazy. Another crazy thing is this has 3.6 stars on Google, a lot higher than I expected. I guess older people don't know how to, really trash Google reviews. They're not very technologically great. I feel like a trader just walking in right now.
You can't take pictures here, spider problem.
We went in and got kicked out instantaneously. It's because they're embarrassed. Totally embarrassed. Excuse me, sir. What's up, bro? What would you want to do on your 100th birthday?
Oh my God.
Anyway, friends, I'll link this video in the description below. He actually ended up doing a few things here and there. Share a final perspective at the end. I thought this was a great outlook on the Adventist message and the practice of that from a worldly perspective. He's not a Seventh-day Adventist, and the fact that he took the time to do this video and give it a positive review and share what he likes and agrees and disagrees with, which I really appreciate. Great content, by the way. We're talking about 8 million subscribers, so the guy is doing it. I've been thinking about doing videos like this. That's something I'm thinking about. This type of videos where you go do investigation and so on different religious things and cities. That's something I'm thinking about maybe in the future, God's willing. But they're very informative. They're very good to check out. So a lot more could be said. First of all, one aspect of that I want to quickly talk about is this article. All right, let me read this text to you quickly, and I want to come back to explain something to you. The Bible says here in Exodus 15:26, if thou diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord your God, and will do that which is right in his sight, and will give ear to his commandments, and keep all his statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought upon the Egyptians, for I am the Lord that healeth thee. So the Egyptians had diseases that the people of God were not supposed to be plagued with. They were not supposed to catch some of these diseases. Well, here is a study that was done by St. Luke's in mid-America talking about heart disease finds widespread evidence in ancient mummies around the world. This disease was well known among them. And the study went on to show, and let me see, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger for you. Heart disease is usually thought of as modern times, right? As of modern times. But a new study of ancient mummies expands evidence that humans have suffered from the condition for thousands of years across the globe. The finding of the Global Horror Study, published in a European heart journal, suggests that humans have an innate predisposition of osteocalosis and buildup of plaques in the arteries that can lead to heart disease and stroke. Researchers analyzed the CT scan from 237 adult mummies from around the world and have found definite and probable osteocalosis marked by the calcifications in the artery walls in more than 37%. The mummies were from 7 different cultures spanning over 4,000 years, including ancient Egypt. While previous research has found osteocalosis in the ancient mummies, the horror study is the largest systematic study of the condition in ancient mummies remain across multiple years of geographies. And what they found is shocking. Heart disease. And it wasn't just heart disease. And look at this. This study indicates modern cardiovascular risk factors such as smoking and sedentary lifestyle and poor dieting, on top of the underlying inherent risks natural to the human aging process, may increase the extent and impact of osteocalosis, Dr. Thompson said. And this is why it is all the more important to control the risk factors we can control. There you have it. I'll link it in the description below so you can take a look. Study shows the similar diseases that we suffer from in our culture, and heart disease is the #1 killer in our society. I have a little PowerPoint here to share with you. There it is, living secret long. So, yep, cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death in America. 80 million people suffer from it. The direct and indirect cost in the United States is $475 billion. Yeah, if we simply change our diet and took our health seriously, we could stop all the discussions about medicine and pharmaceutical companies. A lot of them could go bankrupt, and many of these hospitals will be shut down. If at least 50% of Americans will begin to think and take their health seriously, including all of us as Christians, because I've been in churches where I'm like, things don't look good. I will tell you what, we will bankrupt the medical institution in the United States, and not just in the United States, around the world. Anyway, I think this was a great video, great review. I really appreciate the content, some of the things that were said. I don't have to agree with everything that he said, of course, but very nice. Share your thought and perspective with me. Once again, I want to hear from you. I'm going to link this video in the description. Make sure you go and watch it, because he went through a few more steps. He actually ended up in a vegan Asian food place in Loma University, Loma City. And it blows the mind, some of the stuff that this man discovered. Anyway, much more could be said. Link in the description below. Like and subscribe to the page. Click the bell icon for more. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.